The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only a page, just one. St. Augustine once said this. Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Rabel, and this is something I truly believe. In this speech, I'm going to be talking to you about my cultural experience on a trip I took in 2013 during my high school years as a sophomore, I believe. And this trip was to Barcelona and Paris. So it was a week-span trip. So we were go, go, go from the start. I went with my mom, so this was a very great experience I got to do with her, which I was very lucky to do so, especially during high school. Not very many students get to go out of the country till they're either in college studying abroad, or they do it when they get into business as a grown adult. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my experience in Paris, as I'm going to show you a couple pictures that I took. I found that it's easiest to show it off my phone, so that way you could actually see me and the picture, and my printer isn't very well. So this is the Eiffel Tower, as we all know. This was the best view I got from it. It was standing right outside the pool that's in front of it. The biggest problem we had was, it's true, French do not like Americans. We were riding through their subway, which is the underground tunnel, which you can get place to place very fast because there is a lot of traffic in the country. We had a older man, not even hear us speak English, was not even near us. They were on the other side of the tracks, yell and scream very bad, inappropriate things in French. And the lady that was our lead head in the trip, who was taking us through Paris and telling us everything about Paris, was telling us, don't pay attention to him. French people just have a knowledge about Americans that isn't true, and they don't even have open minds about it. That was the biggest culture shock that we had there. Another, of course, is the language barriers that come along with it if you don't know French. And French is kind of hard to learn. It can be kind of difficult to interpretate/talk to someone. So whenever we were ordering food, which also is very different, we couldn't necessarily just ask them, hey, what is this? Or how is this made? Or what does it contain? We had to kind of point at it. And of course, we were in Paris, so a lot of tourists come through there, so they kind of understood and kind of understand that they have to explain things a little differently to us because we don't necessarily know, like escargot, we don't know snails. We don't eat that here. It's not a regular thing. So language and food differences were definitely barriers and culture shocks and different experience that we've gotten throughout going out of our country as the USA. Another thing in Paris that was very hard was the money. Taking our American dollars and figuring how much we actually had left in European dollars was very hard. Even though once you do get to the airport, they tell you, like, do the switch there. It doesn't necessarily work out that way. And to figure out how much you have in your bank account when using your credit card and how much you're going to have to actually have left after that, it took a while, but thank God for the internet. So that was about it for Paris. Paris was a wonderful, wonderful place. I can show you, I think I have. So also my favorite part, which me and my mom put a lock on the bridge, is Lover's Bridge. It now no longer exists. The bridge got too heavy and they actually had to take it apart and move it because it was going to collapse at some point, which is not good because a lot of gondolas and a lot of things happen down that little water area. And this was actually a picture taken from the Eiffel Tower. So the best part is we actually took the stairs, which was not a good idea. But that's beside the point. Next we have Barcelona. And once again, the language barriers. Spanish is a little bit easier because we all knew simple words and simple questions. So that was really so much easier for us once we got there to ask about certain things, ask questions, and learn a little bit more about the culture. As in French, it was only 2 people out of our group of 12 actually knew different words. So then it came to the churches. The churches were big, beautiful, and way different than American churches. They had sculptures on the outside and different intricate details that were awesome. They were actually very kind. They didn't care that we were American, didn't care. All they cared about is that we treated their area with respect and that we were actually interested in stuff. The only bad part is there vendors everywhere. and they would not let you walk away without saying no. They didn't understand that. So to conclude, my culture experience in Paris and Barcelona were very great and very different also in different aspects of Paris. It was hard to talk to people, but Barcelona it was not. Paris hated us. I don't know why. Barcelona did not. They just loved that we wanted to learn about their culture, and they are very happy about their culture. Either way, both areas are very beautiful, and it was a great experience to have. Thank you. Have a good day.